of 1996. Thought we'd make you this tape, Joan, so you could see the kids, since I know you don't get much of an opportunity to do so. First, we'll start off with Dan here. Dan, why don't you tell your Aunt Joan about your baseball season so far?
Well, it's at the end. We just played our last game a couple days ago, and we were 14-2, I think, and we won, and I was a pitcher, so I was the closer of the last game, and then we won.
Why don't you tell your aunt what the closer means?
The closer means when you get the save and you're the last pitcher of the game, and you win or lose, depending.
Tell her about some of the good things that have happened to you this year on the baseball field.
Well, I've been hitting pretty good. I had a slump in the end, but then I came back, and I was about 4-1 as a pitcher in 5 games, and I got 3 saves.
Yeah, and what kind of pitch do you throw?
Fastball.
Is that what you mostly rely on? We're going to have to ignore whatever machinery is going on in the background here, so forgive that. Anyway, Dan, why don't you tell Joan about school this year? Tell her what grade you were in all.
I'm in 4th grade, and my teacher's name is Mr. Mack, and I like him. He's a pretty nice man.
What did they have different in your classroom this year that you didn't have much last year? What was new first of all, tell her about your new school,
Well,
and then what was big in it.
Our new school is about 4 blocks away from us, and it's called Deer Park Elementary School instead of Cub Run, and we have a lot of new things in our rooms, like we have 2 VCR TVs, and we have a laser disc, and we have a lot of new things that we didn't have in Cub Run.
Why don't you tell Joan about all the computers there at the school, too?
Yeah, we have a computer lab that we didn't have last year, and we have 3 computers in our room, so a lot of people get on the computer.
Pretty soon you got vacation. I suppose you're looking forward to that a whole
Just
lot.
a week.
Now tell Joan what's going on with baseball today, Sunday night, and then the rest of the week.
Well, today we're going to be playing the playoffs, which we're going to be playing all week, and
hopefully you'll be playing all week.
yeah.
Tell Joan what happens if you lose
It's a
in the
single
playoffs.
elimination, and if we lose 1 game, then we're out of the playoffs, and we play 3 games, and if we win them all, we get another trophy. We've already won 1 trophy because we won the season championship.
Well, tell Joan about the division championship. How did you win it? Let's start with Wednesday night against the. Let's start from when we were 5-2 in the season, and then we had to go 9 games. All right. Well, you were 5-2. We had just lost to the Dodgers, and we were 5-2.
Oh, yeah.
And we told you that you were going to have to keep winning in order to have a chance at the division. Now tell Joan what happened starting Wednesday night against the Dodgers.
Well, against the Dodgers, they're a really hard team, and we were down by a little in the first or second inning, but then in the last few innings, we came ahead and we won, and then we just had to beat one more team, and we did that a couple days ago, and we beat them, so we're in the championship. And we had to win 9 games in a row to win the championship, and they are all, not all, but most of them were against hard teams.
Now tell me, when you pitched in these last 2 games, were you the closer in both games?
Yep.
Pitched pretty well too, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
It was tough. Now last game, where we actually won the division title against the Marlins, you had to pitch how many innings?
I had to pitch 3 innings, and usually I don't go 3 because my arthritis in my arms just hurt when I go 3 innings, so usually I go 2. But this time I went 3.
And what are you hoping to do this summer? What kind of stuff would you like to do?
Well, play baseball, watch TV the normal.
Like go see some neat movies like The Rock?
Yeah.
Your grandma and grandpa called today and said your grandma told me that it was, quote, the worst movie she's ever seen, but she said, Rick will love this movie. And I told her that these boys of ours are going to love it just as much, and she thinks I'm crazy for taking you there. What do you think? You want to see The Rock?
Yeah. It looks like a lot of action. It
But
looks
what if
fun.
it's violent, Dan? You think it'll be fun? But
Mhm.
what if they say bad words in there? All right, let's move now to the next child. We'll call on you in just a minute. In fact, it's a child and a quarter here. Joan, here is your eldest nephew, Zach, with the slick back hair these days. And let me get real tight shot here on the lizard. Keep still, Zach.
Okay.
And here's the lizard. Why don't you turn her sideways so Joan can get a good look at him. This is Jade, Joan. He's quite the lengthy lizard. In fact, I'll tell you what, let me come back a little bit and try to give you an idea of the length of his tail. In fact, I can just barely get this all in a frame. So the lizard, hold him up, Zach, so he's about equal to the top of your head. And then you can see his tail goes down to Zach's knee. He's quite the lizard these days.
Yeah, it's long.
Well, first of all, Zach, why don't you tell Joan what you've been doing with yourself, and then you can talk about the lizard. Go ahead.
Okay, one of the things I do is martial arts, called Hord. Martial art I'm doing now is called Hordo. It's a combination between all the different martial arts like judo, hapkido, taekwondo, all the different ones. And it's really neat because you get to use weapons like sword, nunchucks, and a bow and all that stuff. It's really neat. And like in a little while now, I'll be a black belt in it. And it doesn't seem like very long that I've been in it because it took me like over 2 years to get my black belt in taekwondo. But since I have a black belt in taekwondo, they started me in the middle of their belts in Hordo, so it didn't seem to take that long.
All right, so you'll be a black belt. If everything goes right, you'll be one, I think, by the end of the summer, correct?
Yeah.
Tell Joan what you're interested in doing now. What's your latest interest?
I want to play guitar. I wanna learn how to
What
play
kind of guitar? Tell her
Electric
about it.
guitar.
Tell her about it.
We just went and looked at it yesterday. It has a 3-wood blend. It's like it's a really nice guitar, and I want to learn how to play that.
Zach, look at the camera and
I am.
stand still.
I am.
All right, now tell Joan about school this year. This was your what year in school?
Like 7th or 6th. I'm in 6th grade right now, and my teacher was Mrs. Eggy, and I like her a lot. I also had her in 3rd grade,
Mm-hmm.
and she hasn't like changed. She's still the same. She rides a motorcycle to school, and she doesn't really give a lot of homework. And since it's the end of the year, we returned all of our books, so we're not going to have any more homework the rest of the year.
And what are you going to do next year for school?
I'm going to Stone, 7th and 8th grade.
And what kind of school is that?
It's just down the corner down there. So it's really close to us, like Dan's school.
You're in elementary school now. What kind of school is that? Intermediate school.
Yeah,
All right. So you got how many years do you do at Stone?
2.
And then what do you go after that?
I go. I don't know. Where am I going?
Chantilly High School. You believe that, Joan? 2 more years from now, and he'll be ready to go to high school. Time does fly, doesn't it? Well, tell Joan some more about this lizard of yours.
Okay. As you know, his name is Jade. He's a Peruvian male green iguana, and they can get up to be 6. They can get to be 6 feet long. But I don't think Jade will get that long because he doesn't live out in the wild. See, when iguanas are captive, they don't grow as big because they're not all roaming around. They don't have as much space to grow in. But he's really happy and he's healthy, and see, we got Jade from the Pender Veterinary Clinic because he had burned himself on a hot rock on his belly, and you see, the people that brought him there didn't come to pick him up, but we knew a person that knew somebody there, and so we got Jade.
What do we do for Jade now that makes him healthy? Why is he existing so well? Why is he growing so well?
Well, we have a Proco infrared heat lamp, so you can leave it on at night, especially in the winter, but it doesn't. See, most lamps that they sell for iguanas have like produce light, so you can't have them on at night because you know you couldn't sleep with the light on, especially he can't. But see anyway, we also have a vital light which gives him like it's like if he was sitting under the sun, it gives him the same like it gives him the same nutrients from the sun. And also we have a really nice big cage for him. And you know, we also are feeding him healthier food, like iguana chow instead of just zucchini like we do with our other iguana Spike. So he's real healthy.
What other kind of food does he eat besides zucchini?
Um,
Tell Joan the things he really likes.
okay, he loves grapes. He also loves strawberries. He's really messy with strawberries, so get them all over his face. It looks like he's bleeding. And he doesn't like bananas, but he loves carrots. And see, he just like recently started eating bugs. He'll like come around our house and like chase after spiders and eat them and stuff. And also once when I was sitting out on the driveway with him because he liked to lie on the driveway because it's black and it gets really warm and it was sunny. And there was a grasshopper and the grass was hopping around and Jade looked at him and remember we lost Jade up in the tree. So I thought he started to run into the grass and I thought that he was like running away. But he dove at the grasshopper and caught it in his mouth and rolled over and came back up onto the driveway and ate it. But he really likes to eat bugs now because he has to chase after them. But he was sitting on the porch just a little while ago, and there was a whole bunch of ants that were coming in, and he was just sitting there licking them up as they came.
Dan, why don't you get in the picture with your brother? And stand close so I can get close up to both of you. Now, June 22nd is your aunt's birthday. Let me see, Joan. Let me see what you'd be. I guess you'd be 41 at this point? Yeah, you would be right. I'm 43, you would be 41. So why don't we give Joan a nice big happy birthday, Joan.
Happy birthday, Joan.
See, I was going to count 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Joan. I hope you've enjoyed this video. And we'll make a copy and send it to Grandma and Grandpa. Let's have Jade wave goodbye to you here. By the way, Zach, why don't you tell everybody why you're wearing those yellow gloves?
Oh yeah, because we need to cut Jade's nails, and if you can get a close up on one of his nails, they look like they're really sharp. They're like barbed hooks.
Let's see here. Let me see if I can get real close on that. Lizard nails. There we go. They are kind of sharp, but he doesn't really try to scratch you, does he?
And anyway.
Now hold on one second, Joan, and I'm going to get myself in this picture. Happy birthday, Joan. I hope you enjoyed this stuff. We'll see you later.
Bye.